Hi everybody. So today we're going to make some blackberry syrup. So I've got my blackberries. I've got a cup of water over here. I'll be using 2 cups of blackberries, 1 cup of water, 3/4 cups of sugar, and a teaspoon of lemon juice, which I have here. I have my Ninja Bullet here. I do have a processor, but I'm not going to bring out that big sucker. This thing will do the same thing. So, and I have 2 little jars that I'm going to put it in. So I'm going to get my water in here, get my sugar together and my blackberries together, and then I will be right back. Okay, I am going to turn my pot on. And I'm going to put my blackberries in. These are washed, I just put them back in the containers. So I'm going to combine my blackberries and my water and my sugar. 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, you can use a potato masher once it starts cooking down, or you can use a back of a spoon. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to get my potato masher out. This is my mom's. As you can tell, this thing is old as of like the color of it. So this was my mom's back in the day. Like it's, I don't know what, it's paint on here or something. I'm not sure. But I kept this after she passed. So what is that? Not sure what that is. So let's get that out of there. So I'm going to bring this to a boil and get the sugar dissolved. Mash these down. When this starts to boil, we'll mash these down and get the sugar dissolved. Okay, I'm going to start mashing these down. It's really starting to heat up now. I stirred it a few times to get this sugar dissolved, so I'm going to put my masher in here. They're not very hard. So I'm going to bring this to a gentle boil, not a full boil. I don't know if I said a boil, but it's supposed to be a gentle boil. And once it comes to a gentle boil, I'm going to stir it occasionally. There's going to be, you can skim off the top. And I'm going to discard that. I'm just going to bring a bowl and put that in there. So I got this all together. I'm going to bring it to a gentle boil. And I'm going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So if there's any foam that comes up on top, I'm going to get that off and discard it. And then we're going to transfer it to my bullet. You can use a bullet, a blender. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't have cheesecloth to strain this, so I'm going to use my trusty little small strainer. That'll do the trick. So this is all mushed down. And I'm going to wait till this starts to bubble, and then I'll be back. Okay, we are now to a gentle boil. I've got it on medium heat. I'm just going to turn it down just a bit. I got my timer. I hit for 10 minutes, so I'm going to let it cook or simmer for 10 minutes. And you can thicken this. If it's too runny for you, you can thicken it with cornstarch, which I have some in a little bit of water. I think I only put a teaspoon of cornstarch in here. a bit at a time until the thickness that you want. My mom used to make this, and oh goodness, sorry. And I love this on toast. You can use this on pancakes, waffles, whatever you desire. So yeah, this smells really, really good. It smells good. You can use strawberries too. You can mix and match your fruit. You don't have to use blackberries. You can mix and match. So we're just going to let that simmer for a little bit. I've got 8 more minutes on my timer, and when that's done, then I'll return. Okay, so I have like 26 seconds left. It's still at a simmer. I've stirred it. I'm not really getting anything on the top to skim off, which is nice. So once the timer is done, I'm going to shut this off. I did have to clean off my stove from stirring it. I had like stuff everywhere. I don't know how I managed to do that. I did add a little bit of, there's my timer, of cornstarch. It's not super runny, but it's not super thick either, because I do want this mostly for pancakes, not so much toast. I put about, I think I added about 2 to 3 teaspoons of cornstarch with a little bit of water. Not too much. So now I'm going to shut that down. Just bring this here. I'm going to turn you this way. I got my bullet in. I'm going to add a teaspoon of lemon juice. So here's my teaspoon and my lemon juice. There we go. That's done. I am going to strain this through. Where am I going to put this? I'm just going to strain this through. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just put it. Yeah, I think I'll stick it in here. So I'm just going to put some of this in a measuring cup so I can put it into this cup, which I have a big measuring cup. So I'm going to pour it in here, like so. Very easy for it's not to splash on me. There we go. Get the rest of this out. I did taste it. The sugar that I have in here is sweet enough. Like it is sweet enough. My cup, my strainer, well, it's gonna drip a little bit. But it's gonna take a little bit, like I just can't pour it. My bigger strainer has bigger holes in it, and I did not get any cheesecloth. So it is coming through. I'll probably do this a couple of times. I'm thinking I might. Well, I got a bowl right here, so I'm just going to pour this in there, and I'll do it again. Yeah, I should have got some cheesecloth. I could have just did it in a big bowl. But I'm using what I have. I didn't feel like going out today. It's raining, it's cloudy, it's cold. It's been like this for days. I am so ready. I am so ready for the day to for it to get sunny. I am going to blend this as well. I am going to also blend that. So let me get this strained and then I'll return. Okay, so I just put everything in this cup. I'm not going to blend this and then pour it back in. So I'm going to blend this, but I'm going to have to stop the video because this bullet is extremely loud. So I will be right back. Okay, I got it all blended. This is how it looks. Now I'm just brought up my big strainer. I don't want it taking like too long. Well, I might have to move this around. Yeah. Just move it around. See the seeds? I believe there's, I don't know if there's seeds or not. I don't think so. And then I'm just going to pour this back into that measuring cup. Just like so. Then again with this one. So I did put about two, almost 3 teaspoons of cornstarch in a little bit of water, just to bring out the thickness. It's not overly thick. It's not overly thick at all. The sweetness is perfect for the amount of sugar I had to put in here was 3/4 cups. It tastes very, very good. And you don't have to just use blackberries. You can use strawberries. You can mix and match your fruit. But I thought I would make some blackberry syrup. Very easy to do, not a whole bunch of ingredients. It smells delicious. And this should be enough to fit in the 2 jars that I have. I don't have a big jar because from my live, my previous live from doing the Brussels sprout, not the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli sprouts. I always want to say Brussels sprouts. They are taking off. Like they're already sprouting. I have them in a dark cupboard right now. I rinse them off twice a day. Like you're supposed to, once in the morning and then, or twice a day. Once in the morning and once in the evening. So they are now starting to sprout. So there we go. Well, even pressing on it, you get a little bit, not too much though. Okay, and then I will just discard this. Like so. You do get kind of a little bit of a mess, so just be aware. I've been wiping constantly here. Oh, back into a jar. And that holds, how much is this? 500 mils. A little over 2 cups. And I'm going to let this cool. I'm not going to be using it right away. So I will let that cool. And this should last about 2 weeks. So I didn't want to make a whole bunch. Just a little bit. So I'll let this cool. I can't wait to try this. It is sweet. Not overly sweet though, but it is sweet. The amount of sugar that is in it is just enough. It's just enough. It's not overpowering by any means. and you can really taste the blackberry in it. I'd like to try it with different fruit, like with a strawberry, a raspberry even. So there you have it. Your own raspberry syrup. Easy to make, easy to do. I'll leave the ingredients in the description box below. So somebody make it. I use my bullet. You can use a processor or a blender. Even those little blenders you can put in a pot to mix it, you can do that while it's cooking. While it's cooking down, you can use one of those. I do not have one. I do want one, and I do need one. So you can use that as well. I've got the recipe right here. I will put it in my description box. So someone try it. It tastes very, very, very good. Blackberry syrup. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Come along the journey with me in the life of Slim Twiggy.